Hey everyone. So that's a song that's about Pharisees. Okay, watch this. Watch this. I don't know why it's hard to find this. First documented case of mooning. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, guys. I am not kidding. The first documented case of mooning occurred in 66 AD during Passover in Jerusalem. According to the ancient historian Flavius Josephus in his work The Jewish War, a Roman soldier on the temple wall exposed his rear to a crowd of Jewish pilgrims, bent over and made a farting sound. The insulted gesture infuriated the pilgrims, leading to a massive riot and panicked military stampede that estimated 10,000 deaths. So there you go. Maybe the temple would still be here if they just turned the other cheek. Oh man. Anyways, so that's pretty much what started the war was because of that. Supposedly, that's what started it. That's what supposedly that's what led to the temple being destroyed. When did uh um when was the temple did Jerusalem destroyed? Right? So we just said 66 AD. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Babylonians. Yeah, no kidding. The second temple was destroyed by the Romans during the siege of Jerusalem. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, isn't that incredible? And then look, so then the second temple was destroyed by the Romans. Yeah, so basically the Jewish people were insulted by the Romans, and instead of taking Jesus's advice, just let it go, man. They decided to not let it go, and it turned into the destruction of the temple. Like their behavior that Jesus literally warned them about led to the destruction of the temple. I don't think that's false. I think Josephus' account is right. I bet I wouldn't be surprised if the Romans really did that to insult them. And the Jewish people were like, "Oh, that's blasphemy. So let's do something that's going to result in our destruction." I totally believe that. 100%. I would argue you still see that behavior from them today. Anyway, so then you see that destruction of Jerusalem. And then what I'm trying to point at is you actually see the same destruction occur again, but it's all you see this for like Israel, right? The last of the major Jewish Roman wars, the Romans devastated the region, resulting in hundreds of thousands of deaths and mass enslavement or exile of the Jewish population, expulsion from Jerusalem, renaming the province, religious persecution. You see it again. Like you see it again. Like you see, so basically, what I'm pointing is you see these cycles, as I kind of talked about last night, that happens. So you see a small example of this, it destroys the temple, and then you see a bigger example of this again. 60 years later or whatever. Like you guys, just stop. What are you doing? And that leads to the split between. Watch. Let me type in. When did the Jewish Christian schism happen? When did the Jewish Christian schism happen? 70 CE all the way to the 4th century. Yeah, it was and that's after the Council of Nicaea. That's what I was saying. So you see 70 this is destruction of the Second Temple, right? So I just described this. You see it again. You see it here again. And then the 4th century, follow the conversion of the Roman Empire, Constantine, and Council of Nicaea. I said this in the beginning of the video. And subsequent Roman imperial laws further codified the Christian theologies and institutional power, sealing the divide from Judaism. That's it, guys. I mean, that's what happened. We no longer were Christian. We became Roman. This Christian nationalism nonsense. It's Roman. It's Roman. Stop it, man. We are a Jewish Christian nation based on the principles of the individual, not of the government. It's not the government that's saying we are a Christian nation. We are a Christian nation because of the principle of the morality of the people. It's from the bottom up, not from the top down. The top down thing was in the desert with Moses. That was done away with. We no longer have a monarchy in that sense, a theocracy in that sense. Anyways, isn't that interesting? It's like this is why we have forgotten our heritage, because the Romans, the victors of the Romans. This is why you don't keep Sabbath on Sabbath, and people have this Sunday tradition because of the Romans. This is why people don't do festivals when they're supposed to do the festivals, because of the Romans. You don't want to look Jewish. But Judaizing had anything to do with what was required for circumcision. That was actually what was Jewish. Physical circumcision is Jewish. And so anything that's tied to physical circumcision is Jewish. Sabbath had nothing to do with physical circumcision. So at the bare minimum, you should be keeping the Sabbath. The more you know. Yeah. It's always learning. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to like show people like how easy it is. Just you don't even have to get into the rabbit hole anymore. You can easily spin up a generic ChatGPT, not even logged in here. Oh, you can't see that because of my screen. Here, let me move it over a little. But you can. I'm not even logged in. And so you could just get generic answers that get you in the right direction to then learn more. This is where we're at nowadays. We have no excuse, man. You can ask, when did Christianity start splitting from Judaism? Anybody can ask that. You don't need to be a rocket scientist.